Hey guys, it's Mrs. Shevchuk. The purpose of today's video is to show you how algebra tiles can help you simplify algebraic expressions, and we can use those to model combining like terms. All right, let's see what this is all about. So we're given an expression at the top, 2x plus x squared plus 5x plus 3 plus negative 2x squared plus 1. And we need to simplify this expression and by combining like terms. So the first step I'm going to do here is build all of our tiles. So we start with 2x, and then we are going to move to x squared, and then I've got 5x, 3, 4, and 5, and then I've got plus 3, and then I've got plus negative 2x squared. So the way we do that with these tiles is we drag x squared over and then you tap it. And that makes a negative x squared. And there's two of them, negative 2x squared. And then at the end we've got a plus 1. All right, so I've got 2x plus x squared plus 5x plus 3 plus negative 2x squared and plus 1. We've got all our tiles. Now, in order to simplify, we want to start looking for some zero pairs. Where do we see tiles that match up where we have a positive and a negative of the same tile? Well, I see, I see an x squared and I see a negative x squared, right? When I put those two together, that's going to make a zero pair. I'm going to slide that right off. And I don't see anything else here that cancels out. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to count up what I have. Sometimes it's helpful to rearrange them like I'm doing now to kind of group those like tiles together. But as you can see, I can't add my x tiles to my x squared tiles, or my negative x squared, or add that to my ones here because those are different tiles. Therefore, they're going to be different terms in our expression. So this is as simplified as we can make it, and now I just count up what I have. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7x, right? And then I'm adding negative x squared, or I could do negative 1x squared, that would also work. And then I am going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 units. And so this is my simplified expression. All right, our second example reads negative 3x plus 2 minus 2x squared plus 4x minus 1. And again, we're being asked to simplify this expression by combining like terms. First thing I like to do here is every time I see subtraction, I like to turn that into adding the opposite. It's going to make things easier for us as we're working here. So instead of minus 2x squared, I'm going to rewrite that as plus negative 2x squared. And instead of minus 1, I'm going to put plus negative 1. All right. And the reason I'm going to do that is as I build it with tiles, it's going to make it easier to see some of my different terms that I can combine here. So I'm going to start with negative 3x. Now remember, when we're building with tiles, if we want negative, you just have to tap it so that it's on the red side. And so there's negative 3x. And then I'm adding 2 units. And then I'm adding 2x squareds that are negative. So there's negative x squared, and there's another negative x squared. Then I'm adding 4x. And I like to kind of build them together by my other ones. It helps me with finding like terms in a little bit here. And then I'm adding a negative 1 to that. So I have all my tiles built. Now it's time to simplify. I see that I have 3 negative x's and 3 positive x's. Let's see if it's going to let me drag here. Probably not. Oh, there we go. So I can highlight those 3 negative x's and 3 positive x's. That would equal 0, so I can pull those right off my screen. I also have a negative 1 and a positive 1, and that makes a 0 pair. What's left is my simplified expression. And again, it's pretty obvious to see here, you can't combine an x with an x squared or with a unit tile because they're different tiles, they have to be different terms. And so our simplified expression is x plus negative 2x squared plus 1. Another way you could have written this is you could start with the negative 2x squared plus x plus 1, or I guess you could even have said x minus 2x squared plus 1. There's a couple different ways that would work here. All right. And our final expression here looks a little bit different. This says 2 times the quantity 3x plus 1 plus 2x minus 3. All right, first thing I like to do again is I turn subtraction to adding the opposite. And then I've got to begin here and look at this piece of this term up front here. We've got 2 times the quantity 3x plus 1. What that means is that we have 3x plus 1 built 2 times. All right, so I'm going to start with that. Let's see if I can get this to cooperate here. There we go. We've got 1x, 2x, 3x, plus 1. All right, that takes care of this part, but now I have that twice because the number on the outside of the parentheses tells us we're multiplying. So I've got to do that again. I've got 1x, 2x, 3x, plus 1. There, now I've got 2 groups of 3x plus 1. And then I'm going to be adding 2x. And then I will be adding 3 negatives. 1, 2, and 3. All right. And so to simplify this expression, I need to combine my like terms and get rid of any zeros that I see. So I have a positive 1 and a negative 1. Those can be cleared. There's another positive 1 and a negative 1. Those can be cleared. And all that I'm left with here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 x minus 1, or 8x plus negative 1. Either one of those would work for my simplified expression. Now it's your turn to try a couple. Pause the video, copy these down, and then simplify these 2 expressions. Combine your like terms and write it as simplified as you can. Algebra tiles are a great tool to help with this, but if you feel like you've got the hang of it without them, you can certainly try without. Push play when you're ready to check. All right, the first one simplifies to 4x squared plus 7x plus 2, and the second one simplifies to 2x squared plus 5x plus 1. All right, think you've got the hang of it? Time to practice.